You are now tuned into the We Are Gunsmith podcast, the world's #1 podcast. Or at least they think so. Sit back, kick your feet up, and relax to the sweet, sweet sounds of James Mooney and Rob Tremonti. Or as they're known internationally, Cash Mooney and Maserati. It's gonna be lit beyond comprehension. You already know, fam.
Welcome to the We Are Gunsmith podcast. It's your boy James Mooney.
It's Rob Tremonti.
We got a special guest, Mike the Payne,
Yeah, pretty cool.
aka Mike Payne,
Yeah, that's me.
Pro-BMXer,
What else are you into?
anal.
Women?
Actually, don't answer that. Shit.
What is he not into?
Dudes. Oh, fuck you.
Debatable.
Debatable. Anyway, we got Mike. He's kind of a cool dude. Met him a couple months ago. He hangs around the gym and he won't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so now,
I'm a mooch.
now he's part of the crew.
Yeah.
So
And now he's on the best podcast in the entire
Yeah.
world.
Sick.
the come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did a podcast. We did a lot of traveling. Yeah, we got irresponsible with stockpiling episodes and fell behind, and then, then we traveled.
Yeah, we need guests. So you guys have any recommendations?
We have guests, but
Drop 'em
like some of them are so flaky.
So that's why you resorted to me.
Yeah, Mike was
Well,
literally
you're a last resort.
Mike was
Don't get it
literally just
twisted.
sitting in the gym. I was like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?"
Special guest.
He's like, "Oh yeah, man, sure. I'm not doing anything for an hour. Why not?"
Yeah. So we just got back from San Diego. We were at
Whale's vagina.
what?
That's what San Diego means.
A whale's vagina.
It actually means that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Damn, dude.
I didn't.
Now you know.
Oh, that's
That's what it translates to.
that kind of sucks actually because I like it down there. But fucking anyways, we went to a fucking.
You know that's not
expo.
really what it means, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
What?
Yeah, I know you're kidding.
Oh.
No
I
shit.
couldn't tell for a second.
No, so we were at a powerlifting. It was a powerlifting meet with an irrelevant expo that we were a part of.
God, that expo sucked ass.
It just wasn't an expo.
No, it's literally it was a glorified powerlifting meet.
Yeah, it was just the sole focus was the powerlifting meet, and they were like, "Well, it'll probably be popular, so we'll just add some booths." And it was a learning experience, I guess.
Should tell us how
It was a
you
bad
really
experience.
feel. How do
Huh?
you really feel about that?
I'm not very happy about it, actually.
Especially when you got to drive 13 hours. It was rough drive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people don't. Everybody's like, how long was the flight, or where'd you guys fly in from, or whatever? And we're like, yeah, we drove from Oregon, and every single person's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, it was like 12, 13 hours, and we get here, the booth. What did we say? Like maybe 10 people an hour.
Yeah.
Walk
I
by.
think we averaged about 10 people an hour walking by.
How many same people walked by?
Oh,
Dude,
that was if you
I didn't even
take
think about
away
it.
the
Yeah.
same person like repeating, then that number drops drastically.
Yeah. Shit. But
At least we were next to some cool booths though. Like we were next to Meg Squats
yeah, she's cool.
and her crew, and then that dude Angry Joe.
Oh yeah. You always meet characters at these
Yeah,
things, but I think the vast majority of people we've met though have all been pretty sick. Like we've never had a real like shitty booth neighbor. Like they all let us play our music, and I don't know.
At least there's the positive inside of that.
yeah, right.
It sucks.
You
but
try to
cool people.
you try to see that, and then you look at like maybe your sales or something, and it kind of brings you back down to earth.
Can't
But-
focus on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh well. Moving on.
Yeah,
We got some good things going on next couple weeks though, so it'll make up for San Diego. San Diego was fun though because we got to celebrate Jeremy's birthday.
yeah, that was fun. Yeah, yeah. Jeremy just turned 21. For people who don't realize that,
He's a baby.
he looks old as fuck, but he's not. And even the bouncers didn't believe him when he handed them his ID. he got like taken out of line and had to like get all these questions and stuff. He's like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, the only reason I'm down here is for my birthday. And the guy's like, nah, I don't know, man.
The best thing about that was his first like official like purchase as a 21-year-old. He didn't even get ID'd.
Oh yeah, no, the first like 3, I think, or 2 or 3 bars we went into. Like,
He was so
no
stoked.
one even looked.
He was so stoked to buy that. He bought a bottle of Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
When we got down there, he was so stoked, and then the guy didn't even ID
Oh, yeah.
him.
Yeah, I got ID'd.
Yeah,
That was
because
funny.
he looks fucking 40.
I know no one could believe it. That was hella fun though. He got turned up, dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's what it's all about though.
Yeah, there's some things that went down that
Yeah, I got some videos on my phone that are
aren't
great.
safe for the podcast.
Yeah, shit. Maybe I'll insert a clip of his 21st.
Have you ever been baby birded?
No.
Dude, we went to this bar,
What
right?
the fuck's a
If Mike hasn't got through it, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
Mike's been all over the world. He's seen some crazy
He's
shit.
been through some shit.
No, we went to this bar, and basically Rob paid the bouncer or the bartender $20 to basically embarrass Jeremy, and she poured ice down his pants, and then she took a shot in her mouth and then spit it into Jeremy's mouth.
Yeah, dude. She also climbed up on the bar the whole time. It was like Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
And she was like, before we get started, I need a little bit of what everybody's got in like what everybody's drinking right now. So like in this one cup, they poured in beer, tequila, vodka, like every single thing. And then
Gin.
Jeremy just took a big shot of it. And
The cup was probably about 10 ounces, and it was full.
Yeah.
And it was just every alcohol imaginable.
Yeah. Yeah. You got
How he didn't throw up after that is beyond me.
dude. Well, he fell asleep in the bathroom, not at our apartment or not at our Airbnb. So that's always fun.
yeah, sick.
To his credit, though, he showed up at the expo
Yeah,
on time
I know. You can rally, dude.
at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, kids,
Now, like if I had done that, I would.
dude.
I'd be dead for like 2 days because I can't handle that anymore.
No, I would literally die. I remember the days where I used to be able to. Fuck, dude. Even in college, like I would save all my half gals. I thought it was sick to like hang them up in my room and stuff. You know, of like rum. And now it's like, what the fuck would I do that? So stupid.
Just decorating with
Yeah,
bottles.
yeah. When my parents came to visit for the first time, and I hit them all. I was like, dude. I think it was at that moment I realized this is a stupid ass idea.
It's not cool.
No. The fuck. So,
Oh,
what's next?
2 weeks. We're going to Bend for some bodybuilding.
Your girlfriend Capiz this weekend?
Yeah, this week she's up in Lincoln City doing her bikini thing.
How's she doing with that?
Yeah, she's doing that.
she like
You don't sound.
I don't
she's
know.
doing right now. Is she like in a good
Unless
state
you've
of
been
mind?
like around bikini girls, like you don't really understand. Like there's like ups and downs. Like this morning,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, I'm not ready. I'm fat. I look like
Yeah, that's
shit. I'm
classic.
heavy. Like she woke up like a quarter of a pound heavier today. So she was like, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
Oh, that's
And,
crazy.
and she was like freaking out. I was like, it's like maybe you had a lot of water yesterday. Like
Right.
we're loading water. Like it's going to happen.
yeah.
And she was freaking out. And I was like, no, you look fine. Like, and then she texted me like later, like an hour later, and like, look how good I look actually. And, like, it was like a picture of her from the morning, like abs showing and everything. I was like, see,
Yeah.
freaking out.
Yeah, dude. Measurements in the
Yeah.
mirror is really all that matters. Yeah. And the scales, I don't know.
You guys are speaking foreign language to me now.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're on the show, dude.
I have no idea. I'm just here.
Mike doesn't even work out really.
Yeah, I just get fat.
Just get fat.
Well, that's shit. Do you want to talk about like your, I guess, transformation as far as like your lifestyle?
From dad bod to
yeah.
less dad
Because
bod.
now you work out like 3 times a fucking day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll leave and then you'll be come back in a few hours like ready to roll.
And like not like normal people like, oh, I'm gonna do abs this morning and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do like maybe arms. Like you're doing like squats in the morning and like bench press in the evening. Like
Yeah, and then running with Mossy.
yeah, and then you're running like 10
ultramarathon run.
miles.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking stupid, if that's what you're trying to get at.
You
I
just
guess
don't
that-
know any better. The
Yeah.
newbie gains.
I guess that's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't realize that.
All kinds of gains.
Yeah, so tell us about that, man.
So, I mean,
Give us a little background first.
I wrecked a motorcycle in 2015 and kind of destroyed half my body, or majority of it. And yeah, it didn't work out for 2 years. I didn't do any physical training, just trying to stay in the Army.
Yeah.
And kind of let the negatives kind of take over and just kind of withered away, and was more focused on like the mental side of getting better, and just like I said, withered away. So I became skinny fat, just squishy, just wasn't able to do anything, and had some pretty shitty things happen earlier this year, and kind of had a reflection moment of who I was and what I was becoming, and realized that I lost, I don't know, probably 30 pounds of muscle in 2 years.
Wow.
So went from, I've never been stocky, but like more built than I was, and looking at photos and looking at myself in a reflection, like in the mirror, and it's like, oh wow, I look like complete shit.
Yeah.
So
well, you showed me a picture of yourself. I forget what you were doing in it, but you were like noticeably skinnier.
Yeah, it looked like straight like a skeleton. Like my head's too big for my shoulders.
Yeah.
And like seeing that photo after I came up here to Oregon, I was like, man, I need to start doing something about this because it's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Like I knew about it.
So you realized that when you were skinny?
Yeah, I realized while I was recovering that I was getting skinnier. Like I lost 30 pounds of weight about 3 months after my injury, just from atrophy and not doing anything, and started gaining weight again. I was like, sick. I went from 160 to 130.
Wow.
And then started gaining back. And I was like, oh, sick. I'm at 150 now. So I was thinking just regular weight was awesome. I was like, I'm not this little twig anymore. But I didn't realize that the weight that I was gaining wasn't necessarily healthy weight.
Yeah.
And like all the power or strength that I did have, like pretty much diminished. So riding bikes was hard.
Yeah.
Doing anything really sucked. So it wasn't very fun. And I came up here. And, 2017, I started riding bikes again. I kind of tried to ride religiously. It was pretty funny. We were in Austin, and my buddies and I, we had shirts off because it was hot as fuck because it's Austin.
Yeah.
Satan's anus. Yeah, so I had my shirt off, and they took a photo, and like straight dad bod. Like,
oh, shit.
Like no shoulder definition, like no chest definition. I like had a gut. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even realize. Like, I saw the photo, and then I was like, whatever.
Who's that guy?
Like, I thought I was in this.
And then like January when I was up here, like I said, like I kind of like was assessing myself. Like, the old lady left me. Didn't really have much going on in my life. Didn't know what I'm going to do with like for occupation, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not doing much right now. And like saw the shape I was in. I was like, that's fucking gross. So like looked at that photo and I was like, nope, not down for that anymore. Yeah. So, hanging out with you guys in the gym, I was like, oh, I can pick this up. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we'll wing it.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever James tells me to do, I lift things up and put it down. And
box jumps.
Yeah, box jumps. I jump pretty high apparently. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
You got the springs, bro.
But it's cool. It's like I went from when we first started, it wasn't very strong at all. I couldn't lift much. And then like it's all mental game, lift 200 pounds. Like that's not so bad. And then just step it up and keep stepping it up.
Yeah.
So like I think my original deadlift was what, 2 something?
Yeah.
And we jumped up 165 pounds.
Yeah, you're over. That's crazy. You're over 360. You're probably higher than 365 now, but yeah, last time I think you did 365,
which is crazy. Yeah.
How much do you weigh right now?
160, 156. I think
that's pretty strong, dude.
Yeah.
So
and considering your history and stuff, I mean that's.
And how little you've been doing it. You've only been doing it a few months, like consistently. So
yeah.
That's awesome.
That's like the goal is to be better than I was yesterday and the day before, So
yeah, right.
Continuously trying to get better. Like because I'm not working, I'm trying to like focus my energy on something that's actually going to be productive.
Yeah.
So
that's the key.
Yeah,
find something productive.
And it keeps my mind occupied, which is sick. So
yeah, that's the best part.
And I could see, it's like that nerd gym talk, like all the gains, Like I can do something better than I was able to do a month ago, 2 months ago, which is rad.
Yeah.
And then it makes things so much nicer on my bike because I enjoy.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, that's my outlet. So that keeps me from going crazy and being this grumpy dickhead all the time. So getting the strength back that I knew I had, a lot of muscle memory for tricks, became easier again. So
that's awesome.
I like going upside down. So going upside down with no strength is kind of scary and kind of hard.
Yeah,
a little dangerous.
Yeah, when you have it back, you're like, that's not so bad. I could flip that.
Yeah, riding a bike is like all back, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Back and lat, and that's probably why this one's all fucked up.
Yeah.
My right lat's like got 69 knots in it, just not doing well.
When you were riding consistently, like before the accident and everything, were you working out, or was it all just like your workout was you riding?
It was me riding because I always looked at the gym as just something stupid.
Yeah.
Because like, why would you hurt yourself for the fun of it?
Right.
And like getting injured, you totally understand like why. I guess
yeah.
it's just like I don't know. So I look at it like progression in BMX when I was learning stuff. I'm not scared in the gym, but like on a BMX, I was scared, and I'll, I guess, conquer it,
Right.
and get that under your belt. I'm like, that was fucking sick. Let's do it again. So this is kind of the same situation in the gym, like not knowing if you can lift something and then lift it, and like, oh wow, I just did that. I could do it again.
Yeah.
I could go heavier at some point. Like
And
that's
it may become your favorite thing to do.
yeah, and it's cool. 'Cause
I've gone through that before too.
it's that progression, and that's what life is about. Is just moving forward. If as soon as you step back, like I spent 2 years sitting on a couch, like I didn't want to do anything. I regressed. I didn't really do anything for myself, and like
Yeah.
come to the point where the realization that I wasn't bettering myself was the big turning point where I'm at right now. It's just wanting to move forward,
Right.
and that's the gym. That's probably why I work out 2 to 3 times a day, just because it's keeping me moving forward. Like I'm sore as fuck all the time, but so worth it.
But you're mentally like growing and gaining confidence in yourself, and
Definitely. Yeah, because I can look at myself and I'm like, man, I don't look like a 40-year-old dad. I just look like a 40-year-old beat up dad.
Yeah, but it's besides like getting in shape, it's way more than just trying to get in better shape.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like definitely sounds like from a mental
it's like an outlet.
standpoint.
It's an
Definitely.
outlet for
like being up
emotions.
here as well. Like it's sick. I love Oregon, but it rains a lot and I can't ride my bike every day.
Yeah,
So the same type of, I guess, release that I get on my bike, like whether it's energy release or
Yeah.
just doing something new, I could do that in the gym. And
Yeah, all the endorphins and everything that you would get from going upside down, you're getting a different type of it from like doing a box jump or something.
yeah, and I feel like everybody gets boring if they only have one outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I have my car as an outlet and my bike, but now I have the gym as well. So it's, 3 things. I don't just talk about BMX anymore. I can talk about my car,
Yeah.
BMX, and doing
Yeah.
gym stuff.
how many pull-ups you can do,
69.
dude?
Solid number right there.
Yeah, dude. When I saw you doing those pull-ups with the, I think you were holding the medicine ball
Yeah.
with your feet or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that's hard, dude.
I
I
think
was like,
that's
dude, he's gained some strength for sure.
I think that's the funnest part about being in the gym is like hanging out with Mooney. We just think of like goofy shit to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that could probably work.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. It's endless. That's one thing Mooney's great at is just like doing shit you've never seen before. So I've noticed.
Outside the box, man.
Well, you kind of have to here because
We don't have a lot of machines.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we don't have machines. Do you want to explain that?
We have a single cable machine, and we're working on getting another one. We're actually going to get a legit cable machine, but at the moment, we don't have a cable machine. But you really, when you think about it, like, you don't really need machines. And machines are good to a certain extent, like, they help you isolate stuff.
They're
But,
just
like,
they're just convenient.
yeah, they're
You don't
convenient.
need it.
Like, they don't actually, like, they don't transfer over necessarily into, like, doing real world shit. Like, they help you, like,
Yeah, right.
get big. You can get really big with machines. But, like, I don't know, you're stuck in, like, a fixed range of motion. Like, so.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're really creative, like, you can recreate just about any machine without
Yeah,
machines. Like, I was doing hamstring curls the other day with no hamstring curl machine.
yeah. Or even like you were doing those lat pull downs.
Yeah.
Like I see you doing stuff all the time. And I'm like, that's a good idea. I didn't even realize we could do that.
I think it's pretty rad though, because I mean, it allows you to use your brain.
Yeah.
Most meatheads are pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, yeah. Most people just don't want to
Basically.
learn about that or
Yeah. So
That's
like
true.
being in here and like watching that and seeing you're able to learn like what to do to make things easier or build something.
Mm.
It's pretty rad. I don't know. I feel like it's a scapegoat going to the gym, like just using machines all day long.
Well, that's what it's supposed
Exactly.
to be. It's supposed to be like an escape. It's supposed to be fun. Like, I don't know. Doing machines is cool sometimes, but like, I don't know, it gets boring. Like, you gotta change it up every now and then. I guess the only real nice thing about machines is A, the convenience, and B, it really does isolate certain muscle groups. But like, I don't know. It gets
Dude,
boring.
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. Nothing is absolutely perfect. Nothing is, as shitty as people say it is.
But that's the thing too, is there's more than one way to work out. That's the issue with like fitness nowadays, especially with like social media and everything. Everything gets all like clicky. Like, oh,
Well-
you do CrossFit, you don't know how to fucking work out, or oh, you bodybuild, fucking you're a meathead, or you're a powerlifter, you're unathletic and fat. Like,
Yeah, right.
everyone thinks that like their way of fitness is like the holy grail, and that you can't work out a different way and get similar results.
That's what makes it so fun for me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, you're like neutral, bro. You're like Sweden.
Yeah, I wish I was like you, dude. Seriously, it probably feels good.
Or Switzerland. I'm in Switzerland.
But dude, you recently you posted something where you were doing like a movement that most people probably haven't seen or whatever, and then you got some flack saying like that doesn't work from somebody, him or her, I don't know who it was, that is an enthusiast of just machines, or an advocate of just machines, and that kind of comes along with it. But I mean, like, there's always that stupid argument. I mean,
you can argue anything. Like, I could argue that you doing bicep curls is stupid. Like, I could argue that you fucking doing bench press is dumb. Like, I've heard some of the top trainers say bench pressing is like stupid as fuck, but then you'll see some of the top bodybuilders benching, and you're like, wait, what? To each their own,
Yeah. So in December 2015, you had a pretty traumatic brain injury. Do you want to explain how that kind of has affected your life, and just if it has or hasn't, like how you operate on a daily basis? I guess things you have to go through or deal with that you didn't have to do that before.
Yeah, it's pretty hard thing to answer, I guess. I don't know. Like, I tried to stay as a positive person most of the time. Like, come from a straight edge, hardcore nerd background. PMA is pretty big in my life, and after I wrecked, I kind of was just focusing on negatives. Like, just because they was all around me. Like, I couldn't ride my bike. I couldn't lift this. I couldn't run. I couldn't do that. I had migraines every fucking day long. All day long, every day. So everything was like heavy. Like, couldn't think of much. Relationship issues, work issues, stuff like that. And like, I was more focused on like why I can't remember things. Why I can't tell myself to do this. Like, I have to have daily reminders to go do something. And that was. It was taxing on my life in general, like I pretty much, I had 9 appointments a day. So I'd wake up at 5, go to appointments, come home.
9 a day?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Like, it was just so I could stay in the army, like, cause they wanted
meeting with different people.
It was like different therapies. So I had speech therapy, I had occupational therapy, I had physical therapy, all sorts of shit, just to like get my body back into shape and like range of motion wise, and then mentally be more cognitive.
Right.
And it was hard. So, I'm 27 years old and I have brain issues or memory issues that an older man would have, like I was on dementia medication so I could try to remember things, and like that didn't do shit.
Wow.
I tried Botox in my brain for migraines. That didn't do anything but make me sick.
Wow.
Really? Nerve blocks, all sorts of crazy shit. And like,
I didn't even realize you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really annoying. And like, again, as me being a straight edge individual, like I don't like any foreign substance, especially mind altering stuff, in me. So that was mentally hard on me, and yeah, it was just really hard not to be negative, especially because I wouldn't ride my bike. So I wasn't working out. I wasn't doing any PT. So I was just.
You're kind of just sitting around.
Just stuck, yeah. I would go, like, get home from appointments and then just sit on the couch, watch TV, because that's the only thing that didn't hurt, Like, I would watch TV or play video games, and like that shit alone will drive you insane.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing you could do there.
Yeah, and like that's the only thing I could do without like just being miserable, like headaches or just dizzy, because I'm dizzy all the fucking time too. So that's sick.
Still?
Yeah, but 2016 ended. It wasn't so bad. Like, I don't know. You can tell it was taxing on myself as well as my significant other. And I was like, well, fuck it. New Year's resolution. I'm not going to sit on the couch anymore. Like, these headaches are going to be there. I can sit around and whine about it, or just say fucking go with it. So 2017, I started picking up my bike again and trying to ride, but like getting migraines like crazy. As soon as I put a helmet on, I was getting migraines.
Is it like the motion moving around?
I don't really know. I think I would notice it more as soon as there's something on top of my head. So I started wearing caps again a lot to like have like, I guess, the weight. It really doesn't weigh anything, but just something on my head. And as soon as that was better, helmet was on, I would wear it longer and go from like a 10-second drop in like a run to like a 20-30 seconds. Like, keep building it up. But yeah, injury's still there. Like, shoulder hurt like hell. Couldn't feel my left knee. My right foot was really bad.
When you decided to get back and ride and start riding again, did you get a lot of pushback from people saying like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Like your doctors or stuff?
Kind of. Like, my doctors weren't too into it.
Yeah.
But as soon as I explained
Did you
to them,
even tell them, or did you just go?
did I or could I? Oh,
yeah.
I just...
Were you like, "Hey, I'm gonna"?
As soon as my shoulder was healed, I mean, it healed within like 6 months, but, you know, like, it still hurts because I have arthritis in there now.
Right.
So just degeneration from time and just injury. Yeah, so that was pretty easy. Like, since it was healed, and like, you know, plates and screws are definitely in there now.
Yeah.
Like, it was up to me if I want to go ride. And I just chose, I was like, fuck it. Like, let's go do this. And just started going out and riding. And even though I was having headaches and migraines, just smiling again.
Yeah.
You know, like, I wasn't on the couch. Like, that's sweet. That made me happier. Like, I was way less of a grumpy dickhead. I wasn't barking or, like, just getting pissed out of nowhere as often. You know, like, irritability was huge. Significantly dropped after starting ride again. Just because it's your outlet, you know. So it's, I guess, your artistic view of how you perceive what's out in front of you. So I'd look at the ramps like, yo, let's do this again. Or like, I wonder if I could still do this. Or, you know, just build that back up. But it's hard because I didn't have the muscle strength that I had.
Yeah, right.
But it was just better just to be outside, you know. So I started riding a whole lot. But
was that disheartening, not being able to do certain things that you before could probably do super easy?
Definitely. It was. So, like, with traumatic brain injuries, like, you struggle with depression and anxiety, and those are two things I never understood as a young man.
Mm.
And I was told, like, through my doctors, like, you're depressed. You have anxiety. I'm like, fuck you. No, I don't. Like, I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
We're killing it. Because I was alive, you know. Like, that's why I was viewing things. Like, I went through a crazy situation where I should have died, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, starting to ride again, and, like, it was bumming me out, but I wouldn't let it get to me. Or I thought it wasn't, you know, but it started building up, and then kind of started crashing. I didn't want to ride as often. I didn't want, like, I wanted to ride, but as soon as I went out, like, I had a headache, and I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, and I was like, what the fuck am I out here for?
Yeah.
You know, like, that kind of builds on you, and just, it got to the point where I was like, that New Year's resolution of going out, like, I'm not sitting on the couch anymore, like, I'm going out and doing stuff. That was the only thing keeping me out from, like, sitting at home on the couch, but just pushing yourself was like the hard part. But, you know, as soon as I started acknowledging that I was depressed and I wasn't anxious as hell, made things a little bit easier. Just because, like, I knew that it was going on. I wasn't telling myself like, oh, we're good, nothing's wrong, I'm fine. But getting through that is like the hardest part. So, like, I guess that kind of answers the question of, like, how did this injury affect me or is affecting me? Is, you know, 2 years of not acknowledging anything to understanding that I need to acknowledge those things before, like, it just festers into some catastrophic bullshit.
Makes sense.
So this whole thing happened when you were in the Army?
Yeah.
Do you remember the day?
I remember.
Or, like,
I remember waking up.
What's the last thing you remember?
Leaving my apartment, riding my bike to work. And so, like, when you're in the Army.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle.
Yeah.
So when you're in the Army, they make you do safety check rides.
Okay.
Like, quarterly.
Yeah.
And we went on a ride I've probably done, I don't know, 100, 150 times. Like, with my wife on the back seat and everything. Like, we just do it all the time. This time just was my day. You know, like, when you ride bikes, like, it's not if, it's when you're going to go down.
Yeah, everybody crashes.
Yeah, so I came around a corner. I think speed limit was like 45, 50, something like that. And, like, I think it was going like 60. Came around a corner, and there's a tractor crossing, so there's gravel and shit on the road. Slid out. And the only thing I remember is saving the bike, but getting it from sliding, like, I was going to overshoot the corner no matter what. And this is the part that scares me still, and, like, that's where I guess my PTSD comes from. Is the realization that I can low slide the bike and slide into oncoming traffic, or I could choose the softer area, which is a freshly tilled field that's to the side of me. I chose that. I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, BMX in me, it was like, dirt hurts way less than concrete and cars.
Yeah.
So I just overshot the corner, and there's a drainage canal that ran next to the road, and had to jump it. So front wheel made it, rear wheel didn't. It sent me 20 feet up or so, and then my bike tumbled about 300 meters to the left, and I tumbled about 200 meters into the field. Yeah, just pretty significant wreck. You know, I had a 3/4 cut helmet, so I had the bubble shield on it. That split. Right. I guess I hit my face on the bike before it went the other way, and it split the helmet, and it split my chin down to the bone. Shattered my right scapula, so that's where my shoulder injury comes from. I ripped my left knee, and there's a nerve that goes across your knee, so I don't feel the left side of my leg from knee down.
That's crazy.
I broke, is it metatarsals? The little
in your hands?
Inside, metacarpals, I guess?
I don't know.
The one in your foot.
Yeah.
So those bones. I broke 2 of those and dislocated my pinky toe really badly. And, just surprisingly, like, I mean, I had a collapsed lung too and, like, head injury, obviously, but, like, surprisingly, that's the worst of the injuries that I had. You know, besides road rash, even though it was all dirt from head to toe. But, I mean, could have been way worse.
Yeah, it could have been super bad.
Got really lucky, but yeah, party. That's a downer.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
What would you recommend, like, somebody who's in the same situation that you were in like 2 years ago, like where they're, you know, maybe they're going through an injury of some sort, or they had some traumatic injury where they're not able to do, you know, what they normally do, and they kind of end up in that same situation where, you know, you're sitting around and the only thing you really want to do is watch TV or play video games.
You know, the biggest thing I would project to somebody else all day long is talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
And, like, I was forced to talk to therapists and stuff like that, and, like, to me that sucked. And I don't know, I've got quite a few friends, you know, but I pushed them all away. Like, half of my friends didn't know I wrecked my bike.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't advertise it, you know, like, I didn't.
Yeah.
It was a shitty moment in my life. I was like, why would I, you know, like, I posted on Instagram, and I was like, I don't know. I was wearing Ray-Bans, and they found them, so when I was in the hospital, I don't remember doing it, but I had my wife put them on my face, and she took a photo, and I posted that on Instagram, just blown the fuck out. So that's like the only.
Did you get a sponsorship?
No.
Oh, what the fuck?
I wish.
Damn it, Ray-Ban.
Come on, Ray-Ban.
man.
That's your chance.
$200 glasses. Missed the opportunity.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, it's like the really only time I projected that to anybody. But the biggest thing is, you know, acknowledging what is going on, because it's after head injury, especially, like, you won't want to. You know, I was extremely reclusive. Like, I didn't talk to my significant other. I didn't talk to anybody at work. The therapist I chose to talk to, I still didn't really open up to him, because, like, it's hard to. Like,
Yeah.
the situation I was in, I was with 11 other individuals, and they dropped the ball. So trusting others is really hard for me. You know, if there wasn't the one person that did come up to me, I wouldn't be standing here.
Wow. Are you guys still in touch?
Sadly, no.
Oh,
so, like, changed his number, and I don't have Facebook, and he doesn't have Instagram, so that's the end of that. But super solid dude, saved my life.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, for sure. But the biggest thing, you know, is don't keep that shit to yourself, and acknowledging. And if you can't do what you want to do, there are things that you're going to pick up and enjoy more. You know, like I said earlier, I thought the gym was fucking stupid when I was a kid. I was like, why would you go hurt yourself and get bigger? And now I'm like, man, this is sick.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
funny,
See the new veins and whatnot. Yeah.
It just looks like I beat off all the time.
On that note. Yeah, you said you're upgrading your shirt size too.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, my mediums are starting to fit a little too tightly. Well, I'm not.
Gotta cut the sleeves.
I feel like I'm just getting fat or muscular. I don't know what's happening
getting
here.
fucking juicy and jacked, bro. That's what that means.
Getting rid of the dad bod.
No more dad bod. Shirtless summer 2018.
Got to air out that scar.
No, it looks way cooler on BMX if you're doing like flips and shit with no shirt and like a 6-pack.
Yeah, especially because you're around dudes all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like there used to be guys in the X Games that did that. There's somebody, God damn it, I can't think of who his name is.
Corey Nastasio rides without shirt all the time because he's pretty. Just leave it at that.
He's pretty.
Care to elaborate on that?
I don't know. He's a little rocker dude. Not little. He's like 40 now. He actually just turned 40.
Oh,
he turns
shit.
40 on Friday. So I don't know the fuck day it is.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Early birthday, dude.
Yeah.
BMX. Is that pretty hard to make it your profession?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really pursue it too hard, you know. Like, I just picked up BMX because it's fun to me. Like,
Yeah,
I still ride.
that's the best way to go.
Yeah, I still ride because it keeps me from wanting to hurt somebody or myself. You know, like that's sounds kind of suspect to say, but I mean, it really does.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so you know, when I started getting paid to ride bikes, it was doing shows and riding contests and stuff, and contests kind of suck. Like, you get to hang out with your friends all day long, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best time ever. It's like a family reunion every time you see somebody, right? But you do stuff that you don't want to do. If you want to make money, you do stuff you don't want to do. And that's kind of
Like
lame.
what?
Yeah.
So I don't like doing tail whips. I don't like doing bar spins and stuff like that. So I like to go. I like to go fast and do like flips and shit like that.
Yeah.
So in order to win,
Yeah, if you want to do well in a contest, like you have to do certain tricks that you don't want to do.
oh,
So that's what I meant by that.
okay.
Flips sound way cooler than tail whips and all that.
You think so, but like kids love tail whips for some
Tail whips are kind of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, backflip tail
I can't
whips.
talk any shit because I just spent 2 weeks on the road doing bunny hop tail whips in front of monuments and shit for the hell of it.
Well, I feel like, I mean,
It's
most,
Instagram got a lot of content of you doing tail whips.
Yeah, really weird. Yeah, it's a trick I haven't really done in like 5 years, but caught the bug
Or
apparently.
are they just boring?
Huh?
Are they just boring? Is that? I don't know.
Well, like with injuries, they hurt, and like especially with the injuries I have now, like my right foot's my catching foot when the trick comes around, so that sucks.
I was just about to say that. I always wondered how it felt when you had to catch the bike on the way back.
So it's usually not too bad, you know. But like there was one instance where in Springfield, Illinois, we'll say a week ago, and I was doing a bunny hop whip in front of the state capitol, and there's some hot chick walking across the street, and I was like, "Fuck, we gotta go high now."
Got a full send right now.
Yeah, and I got pitted. So I caught my foot, my the toes that I broke and just destroyed. I rolled all crazy, and then I was like, I'm just going down with the ship, and just tackled the ground right in front of her.
Damn,
And
dude.
just looked up. I was like, oh fuck, I'm an idiot. And it was like my foot was on fire. I was like, this sucks. This is why I don't do toe-ups.
You could do better though, because she didn't stop to check on you.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
So,
her.
yeah.
She didn't say
true.
anything?
She like looked and then just kept going.
Just
but,
kept moving.
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
the one.
But then I went across the street, did it again, and then she's in the background of one of the photos, and like I think she just like creamed her panties. It was
Probably.
pretty great.
She like pulling down the sunglasses, like looking.
I think it was more like oh my god face, like what's just happening.
shit.
He doesn't suck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait,
He does,
Good? Is this guy good? Who is this? Who's this guy?
Is he famous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're riding around doing shows now.
Yeah, just winging it right now because like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, and it's a point in my life right now that I just want to be selfish and just have fun. So I mean, I spent 5 years in the Army, and that was sick, but wasn't able to travel and see my friends. And since January to now, I was able to see so many of my friends and make so many more friends. I was like, man, this is sick. I want to keep this going as long as I can. So I understand as a 27-year-old man, it's going to be coming to an end, or not as often as I would like it to be. So just get it until I can't, and you know I have time to be a professional man at one point in my life. I just not today.
I mean, if you're able to still support yourself and have a good time, like fucking do it. Like,
exactly.
Why would you sit down and do a 9-to-5 desk job? You don't have to. You know.
Yeah, and I think most people you see out there that live like this super fun life, and they're doing every single thing they want, and they're, you know, monetizing it somehow. They had to go through some bullshit for like, you know, who knows how long, 4 or 5 years of just bullshit that people don't even see. They just see them doing all this kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But it is definitely possible. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of history with riding bikes. It's not like you're just picking up BMX right now and trying to figure it out. Like, you can fast forward that way faster than you probably realize.
Right.
You just need to, you know, find an opportunity to make it happen, but it's out there somewhere. Especially with the internet, dude, you can do fucking anything these days.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Become an
that's the thing.
Instagram celebrity right now.
I don't know about that.
After this podcast, dude.
You're about to blow up.
Yeah. You're about to get at least 4 followers from this.
Sick.
All of them dudes.
Quality
No
follow-
women.
But that was the thing, like with my injury, like realizing that I was letting shit pass without really like taking grasp of it and making it happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's to the point where I just don't want to let something slip. So like I could work right now. Like I'm fully capable of being a welder. I can fabricate. I can we can run a business, right? But it's not what's fun to me right now.
Yeah.
The past 2 years alone were so the complete opposite of fun. Like, I just realized, like, that's the best medicine I need for it.
Yeah.
For my head injuries, to be back to who I was and who I'm capable of being. It's just going out and just keeping the smile going.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the big
interesting.
part.
I mean, I think that's for everyone. You know,
Oh,
like
for
you
sure.
got to be passionate about what you're doing. Like, you know, you see people that talk about how they hate their jobs all the
Yeah.
time. It's like,
I will never work.
why
for a weekend.
are you doing that? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be doing that. Like, people think that just because they pick a career, they pick a job, that they have to stick with that for eternity. But there's nothing that's preventing you from going out and doing something that you actually enjoy. Like, especially nowadays, it's so easy. Like, your information's readily accessible. Like, you can reach out, talk to somebody in a position that you want to be in, like, instantly.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
it's,
We're spoiled nowadays. It's instant.
yeah, it's everything. There's no reason to be doing something that you hate or that you don't love, like, nowadays.
No, that's true. But I think, like, another perspective would be that you also have to go through, like I said, you also, no matter what it is, it's going to suck. But like, if you're at your job and, you know, that career path is what you do want to do and you deal with something that sucks, like, don't
Yeah.
quit. You know, it's all about different, like, context, right?
Yeah, it's all in how you view it too. Like, if end game, like, you doing this 9 to 5 is going to make you the president of that company, and that's what you really enjoy, and you want to do that, then it's going to suck for a couple of years until you get to that point. But you know, if you're like fucking bagging groceries at Safeway and you fucking hate it, like,
and you want to do something else.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to be bagging the groceries. Like, you can
Aim
figure
for
it out.
something you can progress in. And I think that's the thing that most people don't pay attention to, is the fact that the negatives are in your face all the time, but you can look at those negatives and still see the positive side of it.
it's how you view it.
You know, it's exactly what you just said. So most people don't view the positives because they don't want to. They only see the negatives because that's all their mind is focused on.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I know a lot of people that played football, and even myself especially, we've all had coaches that just absolutely suck. And now I look back and it's like, I learned the most from those coaches. I learned the most from those drills that person put me through. And, you know, I miss those guys more than anybody else. I remember them more than anybody else. And I can think of one guy in particular that made me almost quit football. I was almost done. And I had people talk me back into coming back and playing. And obviously it was a good decision. I went on to college to play and everything like that. And I wouldn't be out here right now, you know, if I didn't go down that road and everything. And even my last job, like, I was in a nightmare kind of a situation. My boss was a crazy guy. But I look back at that last job, and I always tell people, like, that was, like, easily the best business class I ever had in my life. I learned so much stuff in about 3 years that I've applied to, and, you know, several things in my life nowadays, and think about every single day. I can easily say that. And it sucked, but, like, if you think about there's positives and everything, that seems like it's all negative. So
It's totally relatable in any situation, though, like any occupation. So, I mean, we'll talk about me being in the military. Half the time, we'll say 3/4 of the time, I fucking hated it.
yeah.
You know, but looking back at it, like, the camaraderie and, like, the friends that I didn't think I was going to be friends with, like, solid people, and, like, they had my back, you know?
Yeah.
Or
The discipline.
we'll say my managers that I had, the ones that sucked, you learn still crazy amounts of information from them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to be anything like them, you know, like, stuff like that. You're like, man, that's the positive sides of things.
That's
Like,
true,
I can
too.
still learn a lot from this idiot, or
Yeah.
this individual that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And the opportunities that you're out there sucking, and you understand how bad it's more or less fun than it's bad, you know. But how many people can you say have shot 50 cal machine guns off the top of a Humvee while other 50 cal machine guns are shooting? You know, like, not many people can say that. I'm like, I can say it. I'm like, that's fucking sick. You know, like, that's fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's those moments where you're enduring the suck, but there's also those moments of, like, man, I would never had the opportunity.
Yeah.
And, like,
It's all about how you choose to see things.
and that's just with any opportunity, like any occupation you're in. Like, you can hate it all you want, and half the time you are gonna hate it, but you can also look back at it and appreciate it. I'm like, man, that made me a man, or that made me a woman. You know?
Yeah, right. Well, to kind of go full circle back to what you said about, like, how you were dwelling on your life and stuff. That's the same kind of thing. Like, you could dwell on all that shit, and I could have dwelled on all the times that, like, I wanted to quit my last job, and, like, things like that, or I can be appreciative and think about all the things that like help me turn into who I am today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many things like that. There's probably way more things like that than there are the bad, but the bad stick out because I was like, because it sucked.
Well, like,
you know what I mean? You remember that.
The negatives you remember because you don't want to do them again, right?
Yeah.
The positives and the fun, happy times, like, you don't pay attention to that because you're living it. You're enjoying it so much. But, like, this is fucking sick. Why would I pay attention to it, right?
Yeah.
But, like, your dog dies. You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because it fucking hurts.
It's
and gets you, you know? Exactly. Like, you'll remember traumatic instances all day long, but like those happy moments that you're living, that you want to remember, it's gonna be a little bit harder because you're just so into that and just living it and making it continue. Yeah. If you can continue that with the rest of your life, and like even the shitty moments, man, life's way nicer.
Damn, dude. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Insightful right there.
Who would have thought Mike Payne would have
dropping some fucking inspiration?
You might get 6 followers now. This is crazy.
Boom.
Gotta bump that number.
I might actually follow you now.
Am I following you?
Fucking better be.
That's funny.
All right. Well,
shit.
You want to wrap this up with some rapid fire, and then you want to end?
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Do you know our rapid fire questions?
Sure don't.
Okay, good.
All right.
What do you think about pineapple on pizza?
I'll eat it. I'll eat anything except for ass.
You'll eat anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even ass?
I said except for ass.
Oh. Damn, I missed that part. What about coconut?
Down for coconut.
You enjoy coconut?
Yeah.
Like any coconut flavored things.
Doesn't bother me.
Damn. Okay. Good.
What is sad?
1-1.
Doesn't count because he eats anything.
I know. I was like, okay, I got a point then. Sick. Except for ass.
Yeah.
Except for ass.
Yeah.
What about if ass was on pizza?
Whose ass?
That sounds like a lawsuit. I don't know whose ass is on pizza. Not order that.
Record scratch. We're done here.
Skirt.
That's it.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Movie?
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Oh, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Gunny.
That's funny.
Damn it.
What about like an actor? Like somebody comes out with something, like you see it. Doesn't matter what it's about.
Nope. I'm trying to think.
Never heard of it.
I mean, Chris Pratt. He's pretty funny, dude.
He's dope. I like him.
He's come through a lot, too. I mean,
He went from being the fat... He pulled the same transformation you're trying to pull.
Yeah, and like, it's pretty funny. Like, I was actually reading about a couple nights ago how he was depressed and all the shit that he was going through was because of his body shape and like who he was.
Yeah.
And
Really?
Yeah, so he was funny as the fat guy.
Yeah.
And Parks and Rec and shit like that, you know. But started getting hired for action heroes and stuff. So like he started bulking up and getting stoked on life because he wasn't a fat body anymore.
Yeah.
And realized that Parks and Rec wasn't really for him anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm kind of the same situation. Like, I don't want to be fat ever again.
Yeah.
Or skinny fat. You know, like that
Yeah.
sucks.
You want to feel good about how you look.
So like he's funny as fuck and he's a good actor and like kind of have the same type of mentality of like who you want to be as a person.
Yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
interesting.
It's crazy to see his transformation because like I never really got super into Parks and Rec, but like I knew who his character was, but like I never like took him seriously. Like he's just the fat guy from Parks and Rec. Like, but now he's like a leading man. Like women love him.
Yeah.
Like he's an action star. He's a badass. Like it's crazy to see that transformation. All of it just because of his confidence of like changing how he looked and how he felt about himself.
Definitely.
It's fucking awesome.
Favorite band
Favorite band?
or music artist?
Bane.
Bane?
Yeah. You guys would have no idea who that is.
Is
Your
it
followers probably won't either.
Death metal?
It's a hardcore.
Hardcore?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It doesn't suck.
That's a good answer.
Fair enough.
That works. Fuck. Fuck, I just had a question in my head. I totally forgot it.
Blowing it.
Favorite curse word.
Fuck.
Fuck's a good word.
It's so applicable to
It's a
everything.
noun, adjective, verb,
You could use it
adverb.
for anything.
Cunt's pretty good too, though.
Ooh,
But
cunt.
That's
that hurts feelings.
that's a little harsh, though.
Okay.
That's how you want to cut somebody deep.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Unless you're like Australian.
I think that's why I like it so much. You know, like you can go to other countries and no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
But if you're in America, say cunt. Woo.
Yeah, Australia. It's like a
It's a
cool word. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right. Well.
So is that
I
all
can't remember my question.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it.
All right. We'll save that for the next
Yeah, you
one.
can sign it off.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate having you on, Mike. Fucking awesome. Awesome
Stoked.
podcast.
Yeah, it was cool. I went from like a bunch of bullshit to like some actual meaningful stuff.
Yeah.
That actually, I enjoy talking about that more than anything because I don't know. It's something that's the kind of stuff I think about all the time. So I don't really think about stupid shit all the time. But
What's the stuff that people think about but don't say?
I know.
That's exactly what
And
it
that's
is.
how you connect with people. So if you guys want more podcasts like that,
Leave a comment.
yeah, leave a comment. Let us know. You know, we'll kind of try to go in that direction,
A bit more.
bring you the most value we can.
Yeah.
So
If you guys are listening on iTunes, make sure you guys leave a 5-star review because it helps grow the podcast. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit the like button, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and tell a fucking friend because we'd like to talk to more than just the 6 people that are listening to this.
yeah, I think Brittany is our only listener.
Or only
Actually, no, she's not a listener. Dude, I don't even listen.
Chrissy. I think Chrissy might be our only female listener
Oh, really?
in that case.
Yeah. Every time somebody says something like references something to the podcast, I'm like genuinely surprised.
Oh shit, you actually listen.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like we just do this and we just, we're just hanging out. Like, I forget that it's an actual brand of itself.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's fun.
So if people want to find you, Mike, where do they find you?
Yeah, only on Instagram. So it's Mike the Payne. That's
Tinder?
it.
Payne with a Y, right?
Payne.
I thought you were on like Farmers Only.
Oh, fuck.
Christian Mingle.
Yeah. Black single meters. Or
Black
something.
people meet.
Black
That's the
people
one.
That's
I'm
a
on,
good, that's a
I'm
good
on it,
one.
but I don't know what
That's a
what
good
website
one.
it is.
You're not getting a lot of hits.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, after this, you may. Who knows?
Yo, Farmers Only might be popping out here. I never really thought about that.
We'll have to get Cam.
Think
On
Justin's on it?
Cam on Farmers. Only.
Yeah.
Cam.
Yeah.
Sad boy Cam.
Sad boy Cam.
Yeah, next time you see his phone laying around, we'll hook him up.
We'll sign him up. Anyway, guys, this is the We Are Gunsmith podcast. It's your boy James Mooney,
Maserati.
Mike Payne. Yeah.
and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.